What is up, everybody? Hopefully, y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Hopefully, y'all can hear me. What is up with everybody? How y'all doing? I hope everybody is having a beautiful and happy Tuesday. Let me put on some music. I'll turn it down. Okay, hopefully, how is things sounding? Is things going smoothly? Y'all give me a thumbs up in the chat if y'all can hear me. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. I'm playing my jazz music because I've been wanting to play this music for a minute. I'm like, dang, I didn't know the AI jazz was this good. So anyway, but hopefully y'all can hear me in the chat. But what's up, everybody? Welcome to Stargazer Sports. Welcome to Stargazer Sports Live. We will be doing a game recap of the last Dallas Wings game, and then the last two Chicago Sky games, as well as give updates on what's going on with the Dallas Wings, what's going on with the Chicago Sky. A lot has happened, as y'all know. Trade deadline for the WNBA is coming up, and we did make a trade, Dallas Wings fans. But anyway, y'all know, before we get into the content, please like the content, please share. Please hit that like button. Please share the stream. Also, please subscribe to Stargazer Sports. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're still on the road to 700. Y'all help me get to 700. Can y'all help me get to 700, please? Right now, I think I have what? I think I have 679 subscribers. Can y'all get me to 685 subscribers by the end of this stream? Help me get to 685 subscribers. Actually, help me get to 690 subscribers. That's not that much. I see there's a lot of y'all in here. Please make sure y'all hitting the like button. But if I'm at 675 right now, or 679, and I'm telling y'all, help me get up to 690, that's only... Oh my God, what does my calculator do? 90, 96, 79. That's only 11 subscribers. So can y'all help me get up? Add 11 subscribers to Stargazer Sports by the end of this stream. But anyway, welcome to Stargazer Sports. I really appreciate everybody being here. Y'all know I like feedback. So if you're in the chat, please say something. Shout, identify yourself and I will give you a shout out. But anyway, let's go ahead and get, into these games that happen. Actually, should I start with the games or start with the news? Let's start with the news and then I'm going to go to the games. So, breaking news. Let me see if I can pull this up. But if you're a Dallas Wings fan, you should know what the big news is regarding our team that just hit the streets. Let me see if I can go to my profile. I be tweeting so damn much, so I hope I could easily pick this up. Let me see. I need to bookmark this real fast. And y'all bear with me, but let me know how y'all doing in the chat. I want to know how everybody's doing. Is everybody having a good Tuesday? A good Tuesday afternoon that we just got to. Oh, I need this right here. Y'all, I'm bookmarking stuff that I should have bookmarked already, but y'all know me. All right, I got everything I need. Okay. All right, here y'all go. I'm gonna make this the bigger screen because y'all can see. But it's, as y'all can see here, let me take this off. There we go. But as y'all can see here, yes, a huge trade happened. It had been rumored that somebody was going to get traded. It was rumored that it could have been Dijonai. It was rumored that it could have been Arike Ogunbowale. It was rumored that it could have been Myisha Hines-Allen. And Myisha Hines-Allen may still get shipped out of here because, first let's get into this trade. So we traded Dijonai Carrington for Diamond Miller, Carly Samuelson, and Minnesota's 2027 second round pick. So my thoughts on this trade is, would I have rather just kept Dijonai? Yes, I would have rather just kept Dijonai, to be honest. But I think that Dijonai had to go because of our coach. That, you see, that relationship, it just was never gonna work. Me personally, I ship Chris Coclanis out of here. I keep Dijonai Carrington is what I would have done, but I knew Kurt Miller, our GM, is not gonna fire Chris Coclanis because that's his beloved son. So I knew that wasn't gonna happen. So the Dijonai Carrington and the Chris Coclanis relationship wasn't gonna work out. Same thing with the Nalissa Smith and the Chris Coclanis relationship didn't work out. That's why she was traded out of here. You see, you're bringing two players, two very, talented players, especially Dijonai, who just came off of first team. She was first all defensive team and the most improved player in the whole WNBA. So when you're talking about Dijonai Carrington, this is a player that has accolades. You know what I'm saying? And not accolades from 4 or 5 years ago, accolades from stuff she just did last year. So Dijonai, and then her performance for us, as far as, I wish I had that tweet, but Dijonai was performing very well for us. On the offensive side and the defensive side of the ball. Now, of course, she got injured, and then she ended up getting benched. I think she got benched, and then she got injured, but she ended up getting benched because I forgot what game that was, but there were some fouls she committed down the stretch. Some her fault, some good calls, some bad calls, but there was fouls down the stretch. Her and Chris Coclanis got into it on the sidelines. After that, she was benched, and then she was hurt and missed a lot of games because with a rib injury. So, and when she came back, she started helping us again, adding to our offense, adding to our defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's been a steady contributor for us, a very steady contributor. And Dijonai, she's a very physical, tough player. You know what I'm saying? She has a strong personality. I put it on X and I said, the reason why Nalissa Smith and Dijonai didn't work out for Chris Coclanis is because he's weak. And Dijonai and Nalissa Smith can see right through that BS. I've said it before, like, Chris Coclanis has straight substitute teacher vibes. So players like Dijonai and Nalissa Smith was never going to work out over here because their personalities are too strong. Then you could tell they just didn't respect them. You could tell that on the I posted the clips. Like, you could tell on a press conference they was having. You could tell when they was out all hours of the night before a game, drunk as hell on live. Like, that just shows we don't respect you. We don't give a F about you. And so they both got traded to serious contender teams. So shout out to Dijonai for getting traded to the best team in the WNBA. Because let's face it, that's what the Minnesota Lynx are. They are the best team. Now, you can debate, them in New York, but right now, we look at the record, Minnesota is the best team in the WNBA. So, in Dijonai's case, this is wonderful for her. You upgraded. Now you don't have to deal with no simp substitute teacher coach. You go with Cheryl Reeves, a real coach, probably will be a Hall of Famer when it's said and done. And a winning team where they traded for you in the second half of the season, which means they're like, we need you. We feel like you're the missing piece to us winning a championship. So this is great for Dijonai. Now, with who we got back in return, I like Diamond Miller. And Diamond Miller, honestly, every time she played us, I thank God Cheryl Reeves will pull her out of the game. Because I'm like, every time we play the Chicago Sky, every time we play the Minnesota Lynx, Diamond Miller is going off. Diamond Miller is going straight off. And I'm just glad Cheryl's, for some reason, just like, pull you out of the game. Because not only is she a scorer, you know what I'm saying? I feel like she can score from all three levels, but then she also has that very like feisty what's the word? Very like she has high energy. That's what I'm looking for. I'm like feisty, high energy. She plays with a lot of energy. And she gives you, like I said, she gives you more versatility. That's what I like about Kurt Miller. Even though I don't F with Chris Koklanis, and there's no world where I want him to stay my coach, Kurt Miller, on the other hand, when he trades a player, he's like, I'm going to get this player, but they're going to be better than them. Like he upgrades. So honestly, now that I'm talking through it, I love this trade for us. Even though I love Dijonai and what she brought, I like Diamond Miller better because Diamond Miller gives you what Dijonai gives you on top of being able to being a better shooter. You feel me? Just like when we traded Alyssa for Liu Ru gives you way better scoring ability. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at Alyssa Smith, that's more of a rebounder, back to basket type of player. But you look at Liu Ru, she can shoot from all three levels, and she can give you the rebounds. So, shout out to Kurt Miller on that. When it comes to getting talent, he know how to get talent. So let's be real and honest about Kirk on that. Kurt Miller, he knows how to get talent, but the issue is he doesn't have the right coach to coach this talent. And I think in this instance, like Kurt Miller, I don't necessarily want to get rid of you. Kurt Miller, but I do want to get rid of your beloved son. I'm changing the music. Okay, but I do want to get rid of your beloved son. No, I don't want to play that either. Sorry, y'all. Let me fix this music. I want something just like chill, low tempo type of music. Okay, we'll rock out with this. If I get sick of it, I'll just go to something else. But anyway, with Kurt Miller, oh my God, why y'all so quiet in the chat? I never been on a stream this long and nobody talk back to me. Hello, is anybody out there? Is anybody out there? At least just say hi to me. Let me know somebody. It says it's like almost 30 of y'all in here watching, but y'all ain't got nothing to say. Come on, y'all gotta talk to me some type of way. Help me out. But anyway, y'all made me feel like I'm just over here talking to my damn self. Okay, anyways, let me go back to the bookmarks. But anyway, can y'all still see that? Yeah. Okay. But anyway, when it comes to the trade, I think it's a good trade. And what I was saying is with Nalissa's, well, I already talked about that. Yeah, I think it's a good trade, but I want Chris Koklanis out, and I think Kurt Miller has to be able to make that decision. Because I don't foresee Chris Koklanis taking the Dallas Wings anywhere. There's a statement by one of y'all know I do Cowboys content, and there's a statement by one of I consider him like Cowboys content creator mentors, you know what I'm saying, or mentors in football really, because I didn't play the game, so I lean on my content creator brothers and mentors to guide me and help me to know things that I wouldn't necessarily know. And his name is Coach Marv. I've talked about him before. And he says that good players cannot overcome bad coaching. They just can't. If your coach is trash, you're not going to win. I don't care about the leadership. You can have all the leaders you want in the locker room. You have two great leaders right now. Don't you have Paige Beckers, Arike Ogunbowale? You have two fantastic leaders in the locker room right now, and y'all still not winning. Why? Because you have no damn clue what you're doing as a coach. Just point blank, period. And speaking of Arike, we found out that Arike, Arike is not getting traded. According to this lady, Melissa Tribewasser, and another guy, these guys, I forgot his name. I didn't bookmark him, but they both cover the wings. And oh, this is not the tweet I was looking for. But she did tweet it out. Let me go to her page. Let's see here. Right here. Okay. Right here. And shout out. I followed her. Y'all follow her. If you're a Dallas Wings fan, please give her a follow. The coach, Melissa. Please give her a follow. Because obviously she's an insider for the Dallas Wings. That's what I'm trying to say. She's an insider. So if you want news about the Dallas Wings, you should be following her. So shout out to her. But she put out, I can also confirm that Arike Ogunbowale was not and will not be shopped before the deadline. She will be a free agent following this season, but the Wings are hopeful she will remain in Dallas long term. And this is what I love to hear. This is what I love to hear. Again, this is what I love to hear. I love to hear this because I told y'all, Arike and Paige have what I think they already are. Best guard duo in the league. Best guard duo in the league. I know people kept trying to push narratives on Arike that she's just a ball hog and she's selfish and she's this and she's that, but that's not the case. She's clearly shown that she is okay with Paige being the lead dog in the driver's seat. She's perfectly fine with Paige being Steph and she be Clay. Right? Or Paige be LeBron and she be Kyrie Irving. She's perfectly fine with that. She's shown that. They've shown, we've talked about the bond that they have as teammates, as players, how they love one another, and how they've pulled off some of these big wins because of them coming together and bonding as one, becoming one with each other. So in no way did I want Arike traded. Because I'm like, look at your roster, dude. Like, you have a good roster, but it takes 2 superstars at least in basketball to win. Everybody knows that. You've got to have you probably want at least three all-stars on your team. So you get rid of Arike for what? Y'all was trying to sell Isaiah James and JJ Quinterly? No. Those are good role players. I like them a lot. And they're still developing. It doesn't mean that they can't become more in the future, but I'm just saying, like, bro, we're trying to win a championship. You don't make your team intentionally worse. They are not nowhere near on Arike's level. Now, if they was coming in and it was like they was showing that they the top rookie in the league next to Paige, okay. All right. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you got to do that consistently. And they not consistent. That's what separates good from great to elite. You know, from the Hall of Famers. It's the consistency. And again, they're rookies. They still got room to grow. But I'm saying, we have this core for so long. Like, let's not set ourselves back and base our future on Zaza and JJ developing. No. So I love the fact that we're not trading Arike, and I'm hoping that Arike will choose to stay. I know it's going to get rocky because, as I was just talking about Chris Koklanis, I don't know if Arike F's with him, to be honest. I don't think none of the players really F with him like that, to just be quite honest. But take a look at this tweet that Melissa put out, where she said that, on other note, for those concerned about Paige Becker / Arike Ogunbowale and any potential negative reaction to the moves, these star players on the Wings were involved in these conversations. These moves were not made in a vacuum. The vision has been cast and the core is bought in. So that's real interesting. That's real interesting that she said the core has bought in. So, them trading Dijonai, them waiving Tierra McCowan, which I didn't talk about that, but yes, Tierra McCowan has been waived. Many people suspected that she was going to be traded and stuff like that. They just end up waiving her. Which respect to T. And T was playing pretty good for us. I believe she has a place. She still has a place on somebody's team, but she doesn't work for Chris Colanis' scheme because it's clear he wants shooters. He wants defense, but he also wants shooters. He doesn't want somewhere where he doesn't want people on his court that can only do one thing. It's just clear. He doesn't want, if you can only do one thing, he doesn't want you. So with T, getting rebounds, getting her, layups and fouled and then going to the free throw line. Chris Colanis does not like T scheme-wise, but I do believe there are teams out there to where she could still be utilized, teams who do want to play like that. I don't know the teams, to be honest, but I do think that she could possibly be picked up. You know what I'm saying? But her play style has become a little bit of a dying breed because now people want the 6'7", but they want 6'7" that shoots threes. They want 6'7" that has a mid-range. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is now. So, but best of luck to T in respect to her because play for the Dallas Wings for a very long time and was a good player and consistently was a walking double-double for us until Chris Colanis walked in here and said, I don't like you. So, but anyway, with that, y'all let me know in the chat. How do y'all feel about the Dijonai trade? How do y'all feel about Arike not being traded? Let me know. And I'm trying to see, because my chat should pop up. Let me go to my dashboard and see. Is there seriously nobody talking? Because that's just it's a little bit weird. I'm not going to lie. Let me see. No, none of y'all saying nothing. All right. I guess people just listening while they at work. I don't know. But now it say it's 38 of y'all in here. So, I don't know. But hopefully some of y'all start talking soon. Don't be shy. But anyway, y'all let me know in the chat. Or if you're watching on the playback, let me know in the comments how you feel about the Dallas Wings keeping Paige and Arike. And how you feel about them having approval. So, according to the insider, they approved of these moves. They said the vision. I wonder what that vision is. What is the vision? Paige, Arike, can y'all help us out and let us know what is the vision? Are y'all rocking with Chris? Have y'all had a sit down with Chris and y'all rocking with him? I would like to know, because just the last game, which we can get into that. We get into the last game that the Wings played, which was... Let me go here. What's the last game we played? Oh, versus Indiana. So, we played Indiana, and... Let me see. Here we go. Y'all can see this tab instead of the other one. Uh-oh. Can y'all see me? Okay, anyway, here y'all go. So, exit out of here. Actually, I'll keep that up, whatever. So, we lost against the Indiana Fever. Again, we haven't beat them at all this year, unfortunately. Where am I at? Oh, here we go. I was like, what am I looking at? Yeah, so we lost to them 88-78. Let's click on it. So Honestly, I'm gonna look at the team stats first. So when we look at the team stats, highest scores, Kelsey Mitchell. She was cooking us. 23 points, 9 of 19. Hit all our free throws. Paige was our leading scorer. 22 points, 7 of 14. So that shot, they both shot pretty well. 8 of 8 at the free throw line. You feel me? So very good game from Paige. Obviously, great game from Kelsey Mitchell. We couldn't stop her. Which who can really stop Kelsey Mitchell? She's the top 5 guard in the league. You can stop her, to be quite honest, but you have to scheme to stop her. And I feel like in this game, we didn't take Kelsey seriously enough. Chris Koklanis, I don't like what he did because he kind of tried to throw the players under the bus. But I'm like, nah, buddy, I'm throwing you under the bus because you were just leaving Kelsey Mitchell one-on-one all game. Like, at some point, when are you going to double team her? When are you going to, I be saying this when is she going to be double teamed? When is she going to be blitzed? Like, when are we going to just stop allowing Kelsey Mitchell to just do Kelsey Mitchell stuff, which is catch and shoot threes, create her own shots in the mid-range, drive to the hole. Like, Kelsey Mitchell can do it all. So where was the plan to stop her? It's like other teams, when it's a plan to stop our best player. Oh, look, some people are talking. Thank God. But what was I saying? Oh, when good teams go against the Dallas Wings or good teams go against the Chicago Sky, it seems like, because we're going to get into the Chicago Sky on how people are now saying, oh, Angel Reese is out. Who do we need to stop? Rachel Banham. 2 games in a row, Rachel Banham has been exited out of the game plan. But there's other games. You'll see Arike being exited out. You know what I'm saying? Now, Paige is not really ever exited out of the game, but that's because I believe we game plan for Paige every game. Like, the whole offense is built around Paige. So Paige eats. Paige eats, and she's going to eat. If there's one player that I'm for sure Chris Koklanis is 100% all in on, it's Paige Beckers, which, duh, why wouldn't you be? But anyway, to look at what y'all said in the chat, you said, who's going to be the main star? They're centered around, I don't really follow b-ball like I used to. Shout out to you, Tweets and Cowboys from X. Yeah, it's gonna be Paige Beckers, for sure. Paige Beckers is the 1, Arike is the 2. Or you'll say Paige Beckers is 1A, Arike is 1B. But absolutely, like Paige Beckers and Arike is willing to take down that step because obviously Arike is older. You know what I'm saying? Like, let the young bull get it. You know, get it how she live. You know what I'm saying? Arike just wants to be here. Arike is one of the only players that have ever stayed dedicated to the Dallas Wings. She's never had a good team outside of 2023. Yes, she had Satu, but Satu was never really healthy like that. Besides 2023, and guess what? We was in the playoffs. So I think Arike, she's getting a bad rap. This girl has consistently, since she came into the league, been a top 5 scorer on a shitty teams. You know what I'm saying? Like, teams haven't been good. You know what I'm saying? Teams haven't been good. Dallas Wings has not been ran well. Let's be honest about that. So she's been carrying teams. You know what I'm saying? Now she has Paige. She don't have to carry it no more. She can just take a slight back seat, let Paige do it, but also be that anchor with her. They're both, to me, they're both leaders. They're both leaders. I see it, both of them, like I said, 1A, 1B. That's how they want it to be. 1A, 1B. They're a team. They're a tandem. They're a duo. They're the best duo in the league. In my opinion, best guard duo in the league. So shout out to you, Tweets and Cowboy Sports. That's my answer to that. Who do you Dallas to get into the draft? Who do I want Dallas to get into the draft? That's a good question, Art Spetsy. I have not I have not entered into the college realm like that so much yet. So I'm not gonna sit here and cap to you. You know what I'm saying? But that is something. I'm glad you asked that question because that is something that I want to start looking more into, like scouting and stuff like that to see like who would be a best fit. Of course, I know the names. I know Az Fudd. I know Olivia Miles, Flower J. Like I know who is coming out, but I don't know who's the best fit for the wings. I feel like the wings need a 3. You know what I'm saying? We got our 1, we got our 2, we got 4 and 5. I'm like, who's gonna be our 3? So that's what I feel like the wings need. Whoever can fit that role is who I want. But I'm gonna start looking into the college, and I'm obviously gonna be following Unrivaled as well. I'm gonna be following Unrivaled, so I'm shout out to Unrivaled because now Unrivaled put pretty much all the top draft picks are playing for Unrivaled this summer, or not this summer, but in what is that? The spring? Yeah, I think they play it. It starts in January, so yeah. So not the spring. What season is that? Winter/spring, basically, whatever. So I'll be following Unrivaled and really be getting a better picture of the players then, or a better feel of the players then, and then I'll be able to start really pushing content on who I want the Dallas Wings to get. So thank you for that question. Truthfully, I don't like the duo of Arike and Paige. They're both amazing players, but playing together, I don't see them ever winning a championship. Okay, well, why do you think that is? And do you watch the games? Do you watch every game? Because Arike, in my opinion, and y'all give me a second. Y'all forgive me because at some point in time I may need to mute again. I'm in the process. The reason why I started the show late is because my car went down. I'm trying to get it towed. So if I pause for a minute, that's because that's what I'm trying to do. But anyway, you said Tweets and Cowboys said, when you say we need a 3, what do you mean specifically? We need a small forward. That's what I mean. We need a small forward. We got a point guard, which I still don't think Chris Cochlan. It's like we run the offense through Paige, but he prefers for Paige to play off ball, and I don't. I mean, Paige can play both, but I think with the players that you have, you play Paige at the 1, you play Arike at the 2. With the current roster, you play, and I like what he's doing there, you play Haley Jones at the 3, then you play Louisa at the 4, you play Lee at the 5. But what he's been doing is playing JJ at the 1, Arike at the 2, Paige at the 3, Haley Jones at the 4 with Louisa at the 5. So I just don't F with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't F with that lineup because I don't think that JJ should be starting. I think let JJ and Zaza run the show from the bench. And I think that's what they're best at. You know what I'm saying? I think right now they're bench players that can ascend to starters. But I feel like right now JJ is just forcing the lineup and it's just forcing everybody to play out of position. You feel me? Because Haley Jones is not a forward. He said, I watch all the games. I don't agree with the narrative that people are saying about Arike. She's amazing, but I think based on style of play, they don't fit together. Okay. And why? Yeah, but I'm asking why. I really want to know your opinion. Like, why don't you think they fit together? Is because you think they're both ball dominant, or because that's usually why people think players like 2 guards like Arike and Paige won't work together because they say they're too ball dominant. And that, I mean, and they won't be able to share the ball. You know what I'm saying? One's a ball hog. So I really want to know your opinion. He's not managing his roster properly. That's correct. That's correct, Tweeting Cowboy Sports. That is correct. He's not managing his roster correctly. So I'm not sure why Chris plays JJ at the one. She said herself she wasn't a point guard in college. She was a shooting guard. So it makes more sense for her to come off the bench and let Paige organize. Exactly. Exactly my point. So it's like, Chris, you forcing JJ is throwing everybody off. You're throwing everybody off. Like, let JJ and Zaza come off the bench. I think they play better. We tried to insert, remember, early in the season, we tried to insert Zaza into the starting lineup for like a couple games, but we realized, no, Zaza plays better when she can come off the bench. I think the same for Quinterly. Let them be your Energizer bunnies off the bench. You don't need to force them into the starting lineup. I don't know how many times I can say that. But anyway, when we look at this game, let me just try to get through this game. They shot better from us, shot better than us from the field. This is where we really lost the game. 2 out of 15 3-points, 12 out of 28. 13% we shot from the three. That's horrible. 13% while they shot 42. So that's pretty much how the game was lost. If a team is shooting threes and you're not, you're probably going to lose. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Paige for doing her thing because we kept it close. It was close. We only lost by 10 points, but still, like 13.3% from the three is not going to get it done. Now we shot excellent from the free throw line. 96%. That's excellent. I mean, you can't really ask for better. We also lost on the rebounds. 14, right? They got 14 offensive rebounds. 14 chances, right? To maintain possession compared to our 4, which is horrible because the Dallas Wings are literally the best offensive rebounding team in the league. It looks like it's more y'all coming in here. Please make sure y'all are hitting the like button. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Please share and please subscribe. I really appreciate everybody for joining in with me in the chat. Really appreciate y'all so much, and make sure y'all hitting that like button. If you're on the X side, please come to the YouTube side and like the stream. I have posted the link on my X page, so come on over to the YouTube side and like it, and then you can go back to X and watch from there. I really would appreciate it. But you know, we lost on the offensive rebounding, and we're actually the best offensive rebounding team in the league, so that was highly uncharacteristic. Pretty much almost even with defensive rebounds. So we really lost on the offensive rebounds. When you get more offensive rebounds, that gives you your team more chances at the bit to get points. They out-assisted us. We only had 16. They had 25. They had 10 steals. We had 8. They had 3 blocks. We had 7. So with the stocks, we was pretty even. You know what I'm saying? Although, actually, no. I mean, we're pretty even almost even on the steals. We got them on the blocks. But you got to think, like, we have more height than them. Turnovers. We had less turnovers, so they lost a turnover battle. We didn't. Fast break points. We got 10. They got 14 points in the paint. They got 36. We got 30. So that's all even. They had more fouls. Largest lead was 13. So, you know, we pretty much, like I said, this is where we lost. Right here. 3-point percentage. And if we get into individual players, yeah, it was really Kelsey Mitchell on the Fever side, because, I mean, you look at Kelsey Mitchell, 23 points. Then the next leading scorer was Ari McDonald, had 15 points. Then Natasha Howard. So Natasha Howard and AB, because the trio is Kelsey Mitchell, AB, and Natasha Howard. Those three didn't even like go off like that. They had pretty decent games, but you know, it's not like they went off. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got cooked by them. We definitely did. We did not get cooked. But look where we got cooked. They may actually, let me shut up, because they may not have scored that much, but look at these rebounds. Natasha Howard had 16 rebounds, AB 11. Yeah, so they actually had pretty good games. I gotta look. Yeah, stop just looking at the points, Lauren or Star. Gave y'all my government name, but anyway. And they both had 5 assists. Both had a block. Yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry, AB. I'm sorry, Natasha Howard. Y'all actually had great games. So, so yeah, we pretty much got cooked by the big three. And then Ari McDonald, look at this: 6 assists, 4 rebounds, 15 points. She was on triple double watch. So yeah, we got everybody. They pretty much had a great game. And then you got pretty decent production from the bench. Nothing crazy, but like decent. Chloe Bibby came in. She's like a 3-point machine. They just bring her right off the bench. She hits 2 threes like it's nothing. They're like, all right, go back to the bench. But anyway, when we look at our team, look at this. Louisa, 2 of 6 from the field, 0 of 3 from the 3-point line. 5 rebounds, which is good. You know, she had a steal, she had a block, but only 4 points. That's down from what Louisa has been giving us these previous games. So that's pretty much, you know, if Louisa could have gave us her typical, because in the previous game, she given us like 15, 17, 10, 11. She does that, we're a lot closer, you know, and could possibly win, you know. And then we look at Reek. Reek shot 1 of 6 from the field goal. And this is the shit that... see, I'm trying not to cuss. I'm trying to do better. But this is the stuff that pisses me off. We cannot win basketball games if Arike is only going to shoot the ball 6 times. And then she only shot 1 3-point. Like, what the hell is going on with this? It's like, this is what I don't understand. Arike and Paige, I agree, Paige should have more shots than everybody, but you want Arike at least 10 shots a game. Like, you want Arike somewhere within 10 to 15 shots a game. You want Paige probably anywhere from 15 to maybe 20 shots a game, in my opinion. But 1 of 6, like, that's not going to get it done. Now, she shot great from the free throw line. Show the Paige, they shot 100%. But we've got to get more. Like, Chris Koklanis has turned Arike into this, like, weird... He changes her role game to the game. That's why I'm saying we've got to get JJ out of the lineup. But it's like he changes Reek's role from game to game. The last game that we won, when we beat the New York Liberty, Reek was moving off ball. Reek was taking her shots. Paige was moving off ball, on ball. Everybody was taking their shots. We won. That's how we have to... You have to run the offense in a hierarchy. And I feel like Chris Koklanis has not gotten that yet. He has not gotten the fact that you have to run your offense through a hierarchy. It gotta be, the order has to be Paige, Reek. Then you can move into Louisa and Haley. And then JJ, or if Lee's in the lineup, Lee, and then whoever else last. But Paige and Arike need to be getting their touches. And another thing our weirdo coach did was he benched Arike in the 4th quarter. Which, when we look at Arike's game outside of offensive scoring, she led the team in assists. She had 2 steals. Like, Arike was playing good on defense and still helping get her teammates set up. And she had no turnovers. So... you're telling me if you played Arike, she couldn't have got us some points in the 4th quarter? Is that what you're saying, Chris? No, F all that bullshit. And he tried to say, I went with JJ and I went with Zaza because they were giving us more. More than what? They weren't going off that much for you to be like, yeah, we got to keep them on the floor. No, bruh. That was weird. When he did that, I thought Arike was getting traded or something. Because I was like, that's weird. Like, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? But whatever. And it's like JJ, I mean, that's Haley Jones. Where JJ at? JJ 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Had a steal. She had a block. Okay. All right, JJ. I mean, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I like what she did. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, no, man. In a close game, no. You don't say I'm just gonna roll with the role players. That doesn't make fucking sense. Excuse my language, but that doesn't make sense. Like, no, that doesn't make any sense. I don't care how bad Arike was shooting. She wasn't shooting, first of all. She wasn't even shooting the ball like that. So my game plan in the fourth would have been like, Paige, Arike, turn this shit up. Turn it up. Just take your shots. Because the game, 88-78, like, you playing Zaza and Quinterly over Arike was really interesting. Very interesting. Like, very interesting. Then you playing Dijonai, you're playing, and he benched Dijonai too, which we know now why. She was getting traded anyway, but you had Dijonai on the bench over Quinterly. Like, this is the type of goofy stuff our coach does. It's just goofy. And it's like, I hate doing this because it's like I'm shitting on the rookies, but I'm not shitting on them. I'm just saying they are rookies. They are role players at this point. Like, if you're going to say that Arike and that Paige and Arike are your leaders, why would you be removing your leader off the court? Because she wasn't scoring. I mean, it's not like she scored 0. She had 8 points. You didn't play her at all in the fourth. Like, how does that make sense? Someone please tell me. Someone please tell me how in the hell that makes any sense. Someone said, why is it? It's a lot of y'all in the chat. Make sure y'all hitting the like button. I appreciate everybody here watching. I appreciate you guys. If you're on X, please hit the link. Come to the YouTube side. I posted it on my channel. Please come to the YouTube side and like the stream. And then you can go back to X, like Tweeting Cowboy Sports. He said, why is it difficult for the Wings to increase their 3-point percentage? Sounds like they need a new coach. Oh, yeah, we definitely need a new coach. We definitely need a new coach. There's no doubt about it that we need a new coach. No doubt about it. And it really was just that game. You know, we was having an off game. You know what I'm saying? Because Paige can shoot threes. Arike can shoot threes. Louisa can shoot threes. Who else? Lee Uru, which we didn't play much because all of a sudden Lee's minutes. Like, look at Lee's minutes. Lee only played 8 minutes last game. Like, I'm not getting why all of a sudden Lee is benched. But Lee also didn't shoot great. So nobody shot great this game. To my guy who just asked that question, nobody shot great from 3 this game. But we also really weren't taking threes like that, to be quite honest. But those who were, I mean, Paige and Arike only shot. I mean, if your star players, Paige and Arike, are only going to shoot a 3 one time, I mean, I don't know how you're going to have great 3 percentage. So that was just a really weird game. Felt like we took a step back. The whole offense just looked out of whack. Like, if we were building momentum because we won the Liberty game, then we barely lost the game against Atlanta. We lost that just by not closing in the clutch, letting Naz Hillman hit a 3, who had been hot all game, who's probably going to be the 6th player of the year or whatever. Like, that was just we were playing well, just lost at the end. But this game felt like we took a step back. I don't know if the team is just fatigued. That could be it. Chris don't know what the hell he doing, or it's just a rap of both. Probably a rap of both. We were probably fatigued, and Chris don't know what the hell he doing. So when that happens, you're gonna lose games. So anyway, all in all, Wings play again tonight. Who do we play? Great question. I think we play the Liberty. So we play the Liberty tonight. It's right here. We play the Liberty tonight at 6. So it'll be interesting to see what Chris does. I'm hoping that we can please get. I want to see this new vision. They said that that Arike and Paige done bought into. What's the vision? Is the vision keeping JJ at the one? I know that can't be it. So we'll be real interested to see how they do. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing, like it says on the bottom of the screen, and make sure you're subscribing as well. We got to go get me to 690 subscribers by the end of this stream. We halfway through. We've been on here for about an hour. I'm probably going to be on here for maybe like 30 or so more minutes because I got to cover the Chicago Sky, and then I'm going to be off of here. So please, please, please hit the like button, the share, and the subscribe button. Trying to get to 690 subscribers by the end of this stream. So I know not all of y'all are subscribers. Actually, the people in the channel, it's like, are y'all my subscribers? I don't know. No, I think some of y'all are. But I know all y'all watching not subscribers. So can y'all please like the stream, please, and help me out? I mean, like the stream, but also subscribe and help me out. Thank you. Trying to get to 690 by the end of the stream. I really appreciate y'all. But anyway, as we move into the Chicago Sky, they've had 2 games. So we're just going to cover those quickly. It was both without Angel, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. I'm not going to lie to you. But anyway, to talk about news with Angel is out again with a back injury. So I believe at this point, Angel's going to be basically out indefinitely. They're saying that Tyler Marsh is saying that she's still day to day, but she's missing today, allegedly, because she has an illness. So don't know what that illness is, but know that she had an illness. If we look at this game, okay, so we look at this Golden State Valkyries versus the Chicago Sky. Leading scorer was Veronica Burton with 18. They were down a lot of players. The Chicago Sky were down a lot of players. So it was pretty much even killed. The Chicago Sky kind of started off hot, and then they just went. Really, it was a back and forth, back and forth. This was a game where it was back and forth, and they should have won. But Kia Nurse sold it. Kia Nurse sold it in the in the clutch. I can't even lie to you. And then these other reason why the score looks a little bit. It's still single digits, but they ended up just getting like free throws, I think, to like this. It was really neck and neck. We were literally tied, like up until like the final, 30 seconds of the fourth quarter. But we clearly lost in the fourth because look at this. 12 points to their 21. We outscored them twice, but only by a very small margin in the first and the third. And then barely lost. Yeah. See, so you can clearly see we lost this game in the fourth. We lost this game in the clutch. Am I shocked? No, I'm not shocked. Not shocked at all. Hold on, let me look at this. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I gotta check my my phone because I am getting my car towed to get it fixed. Who is this Tony Mac guy? Are you a troll? Who are you calling dummy before I block you? Are you calling Angel Reese a dummy or are you calling me a dummy? Like, what are you saying, Tony Mac? I know sometimes people be from different parts of the country, so y'all just be talking kind of weird. I don't know, y'all slang and shit, so I don't want to just hit the block button fast, but what the hell are you saying? But anyway, it's Chris Gallimore of basketball. Yeah, think of him like that, but worse, because he don't got no experience. Kellen Moore at least got a lot of experience, and now he a head coach, so Kellen is better than him. And Kellen has a Super Bowl, you know. Now, was it his Super Bowl? Not really, but he was offensive coordinator, so. And Kellen Moore at least he's had top offenses. Like, Chris has no experience. He has no idea what he's doing. I don't know why they would get an inexperienced coach to come in here and play a young team like we have. Arike is your oldest player, and she's only like 27, 28. Like it made zero sense. But it was just Chris Koklanis trying to. It was nepotism. It was nepotism. He knew nobody else was going to ever offer him a job. So when Chris got that GM job, he was like, I know exactly who I'm picking. I'm not going to do a real interview process. I'm going to pick my beloved son. And that's exactly what he did. But anyway, when we look at this game and we look at the team stats, I like looking at the team stats because they tell us more of the story than if you just look at the box score. But I mean, look at this. We shot better than them from the field. Now, look at this. Another game where 3 points not. But look, nobody was really shooting great from the three. Let's be honest. They were 10 to 30. We were 6 to 22. So not great. Now, of course, they shot better, but they were at 33%. We're at 27. That ain't that big of a difference. Free throws didn't get through the line as much and shot worse. So that's also got to get free throws. Got to get free throws. We shot 60%. They shot 93. So another tale of why you lost. Rebounds pretty much even there. We out rebounded them. Had more assists than them. They had more steals. We had more blocks. Turnovers were low. 12 is not bad. 10 to their 12. I mean, you lost it, but by 2, that ain't that much. We actually got more points off of turnovers. It's crazy. We got 14 off of turnovers. They only got 10. They had no fast break points. We had 9. Like, we should have won this game. When you see all the ways, y'all give me a second. Thank y'all for waiting. Just give me a couple more seconds. I'm almost done. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Thank y'all for staying. But anyway, I might have to go back out for another call, but I'm gonna just try to give y'all some content in the meantime. Hopefully, they can figure it out. But anyway, yeah, when we look at this game, we should have won the game. Should have definitely won. Uh, I mean, it was neck and neck the whole time. And when I say we should have won, the reason why I say we lost the game because of Kia Nurse. Now, ultimately, you saw all the things. Like, it wasn't really just on Kia Nurse. That's not what I'm trying to say. But I'm trying to say, in the clutch, we ended up getting a steal. Kia Nurse had a an opportunity for a fast break point, and she tried to pass the ball, and it got intercepted. And after that, it was like the game was lost because it was just like that was it. That was the end of the momentum. So that's what I mean. Of course, there are other factors. You can clearly see we did not shoot well from the three. You can see we didn't shoot well from the free throw line. Yeah, so there was clearly issues, but at the end of the day, I believe we should have won this game. We should have won this game. But when we look at it individually at the box score, Elizabeth Williams was your leading scorer, which is kind of troubling. Like, because E. Will can score offensively, but like, she shouldn't be your leading scorer. You feel me? But her and Camilla, she had 15 points, 2 blocks, 3 assists, 8 rebounds. She had a really good game. You know what I'm saying? She had a really good game. Then you have Camilla, 14 points, 11 rebounds, so another double-double, an assist, and a block. Her and Camilla play really well. Bantam played really well. 14 points, 7 assists. Now, she did have 4 turnovers, but that's not too bad. 7 assists, 5 rebounds. Would want her to shoot better from the 3-point. Hold on, guys. All right, I'm back. Looks like I got it all. They got it all figured out. Uh, that's a good point. Talking about when the turnovers occurred. Yeah, that's right. So I'd have to go look at the play by play, but I'm not doing it. Well, maybe let me see if I can look at the play by play. Cause I'm like, can you narrow it by turnovers? No, but this is really just gonna show you the shots made. I don't think you can do like by turnovers or whatever. But anyway, yeah. So this was a tough game. Another game without Angel, of course. I said Angel is out. That's why I said she out indefinitely. I'm not sure. But it looks like she's gonna be out for a while. I personally said shut her down for a couple weeks because if she's not at 100%, like it makes no sense for her to play a game then have to miss 5 more games and play a game. It's like, no. How about we just bring Angel back when her back is right and she's a full go. She's a full go. Because she was not a full go when she played against that last, I think that was the mixed game. She was not a full go. You could tell she was having to wear the heating pad and the back massager like in between breaks and the whole pregame and stuff. So I just think we need to let her sit out a while. But you know, this game had promise for the Chicago Sky, but then when you move to the last game that they had, I really appreciate everybody being in here. Thank y'all for hitting the like button. Tony Mack went ghost. I guess he said he didn't want no problems. All right. I appreciate that, Tony Mack, because if you kept being disrespectful, he's gonna get blocked. But anyway, when we look at their game versus the Mercury, it was a blowout. Clearly a blowout. Elizabeth Williams once again leading the team in points. Again, like I said, not good. If we look at the team stats, we can see what shot better than us from the field, 37% to their 45%. This was a game we couldn't buy a shot. Like this was probably. It don't look like that, but I felt like that watching the game. That was probably the worst shooting game I've seen this guy have. And I know that's probably hard. Maybe it's not I just felt like it was the worst. Maybe it's not the worst, but it felt that way watching it. It felt like a lot of these players should not even be in the W. Just to be honest. Both shot bad from the 3-point, so it's not like that was what the difference was. Didn't shoot well from the free throw line again, 55%. You know, at least they were passing at 71%. 55% is not going to get it done. Got out rebounded. Pretty even on the offensive rebounds, but you lost a little bit more on defensive rebounds. 19 assists, so they're 22. They had clearly, I mean, look at defensively, like way more steals, more blocks. They only had 9 turnovers compared to our 12. But look at this. We got more points off of turnovers. We got 13. They only got 4. So even though they got turnovers, didn't really mean much. Fast break points, 3 to their 30. So clearly that tells a story of where the game was lost. This tells a story because they were getting the defensive rebounds and getting fast break points off of them, 30 to 3. That is horrible. And then points in the paint, 46 to 34. And they had more fouls than us. 26-point lead. Yeah, so we got blown out. Was not close. We look at the individual player stats. No. If we look at the individual player stats, Michaela Onyenwere, look at this. 3 of 4 for Michaela Onyenwere from the 3-point line. 5 of 11. She's such a complex player because Michaela could give you 0 points and then then she could give you like 10 plus points. She ain't never gonna give you like no 20 or nothing like that. But I feel like that's a pretty good game from Michaela. 13 points. 3 rebounds and assists. So she didn't really do much. I mean, according to the box score, didn't really do that much, but she gave you much more offensively than she has, I'm pretty sure, all year. Then you look at Camilla, 12 points, 10 rebounds. So another double-double for Camilla. 3 blocks. That's good for Camilla. 3 blocks, 3 assists. Had 3 turnovers, 5 of 11 for them fields. So she did pretty good. Missed 2 free throws. I know she would have liked to get that back. But I feel like that's a solid game. That's a solid game from Camilla. As y'all know, we've talked about Camilla. She's just still developing. You know what I'm saying? You know, guys, like, she's still developing. I feel like there was some development that she needed to do in the off season that she didn't do. So now she's going to have to do it this off season, and which for the best. But Bantam, Bantam got shut down. This is what I'm saying. This is what I was talking about. Like, why when teams face my teams, they know how to game plan for the best player, because clearly Bantam has been the scorer or the real threat because of her 3-point ability. They shut Bantam down. I think they shut her down because they were just pretty much they were smothering Bantam. That's the best way I can describe it. They were literally smothering Bantam. Like, she couldn't get a clear look. She could not get a clean look. Like, that's how you shut down a team's best player. You don't allow them to get a clean look. But anyway, they shut Bantam down. Only 2 points. And Rebecca Allen, only 4 points. Not shocked. Kia Nurse, only 5 points. Not shocked. You bring Kia Nurse in to be a 3-point shooter. It is just so hit and miss. And 1 of 8 from the field. That's terrible. Maddie Westbeld. All right. I've seen a little bit of growth from Maddie Westbeld. 3 of 6 from field goal. 2 of 5 from 3. All right. Let's see a little. Got her a block. 2 rebounds. So that's not bad. 9 points. Elizabeth Williams, coming off the bench, led the team in scoring. It's wild. With 15 points. 15 rebounds. So clearly player of the game. 15 points, 15 rebounds. So shout out to E. Will for doing her thing. Of course, still resulted in a huge L. But we're just looking at individual performances. She played pretty well. And 7 of 11 from the field. So that's a pretty good game. And then Haley Van Leith, 5 points, 3 assists, no rebounds. So okay. And then Uzun. I really like Uzun. Now I know when we look at this, we're like 1 of 4 from field goal, like, but look at this, 4 assists. Oh, but she also had 5 turnovers, so that's not great. I know the box score is saying that she didn't really play that well, but I feel like this is why you can't just only focus on the box score. You also got to actually like look at the games, because Uzun knows how to set her teammates up. I think her turnovers really came from just trying to build the chemistry. I mean, this was only the second game she's played with the Wings, so it's going to take a while for her to get settled in. But I still like Uzun, and I'd be interested in keeping Uzun as a player even after beyond this year. This year, to me, the Chicago Sky season is cooked. It's cooked. It's finito. But I think Uzun is a player that you can carry over to the next year. Now, I'm not saying make her your starting point guard. I feel like you need better. But she's definitely a point guard that you can bring off the bench to help you, at the very least. I feel like they should have picked up Uzun soon as Courtney Vandersloot went down. You can clearly see that she's a pass-first point guard. So, or what they call like a combo guard or whatever. So, she's not ball dominant at all. She's looking to pass first. So you should have brought her in a long time ago, and then maybe our record would look better. Jeff P. So, but we didn't. So it is what it is. Also, before I get off of here, some more good news is that Ariel Atkins is back tonight. Ariel Atkins is back tonight. So that's huge. That is huge. Don't mean she's gonna save our season. It just means that we can at least like find something somewhat enjoyable. Like we could be somewhat competitive again. Yeah, it says Ariel Atkins will make her return to the lineup versus the Mystics. So I'm pulling for the Sky. I'm hoping that they can get a win. Will they? I don't know, but I'm hoping that they can get one. And then this is when he was giving us an update saying the Angel's out for illness, and she's still day to day. But really appreciate everybody being in here. Someone just made a comment. The W is divided between too many hands. It's never been a talent issue. It's the way the league has been represented and built. I just want to watch ball, not agendas. I couldn't agree with that. 100%. I just want to watch ball, not agendas. Absolutely. I made a tweet the other day and I was like, man, it gets a little bit of annoying when I think some people were like complaining about, Dijonai, it's because y'all know how the Gen Zers talk and stuff like that. Like Dijonai lost her mom. They're not saying her real mom, but they call Dejanay and Alyssa are like Paige's parents, whatever. Y'all probably not gonna get the lingo, but the young people watching know what I'm talking about. And I'm just like, guys, I get that, but if you're looking for like, it feels like there's a lot of children that are the W fans because they're really just fans of like the players and their relationships and shit, but they don't really care about the football. I mean, the football. They don't really care about the basketball side of it, and that I do find that annoying because it's kind of making the W kind of a joke, kind of childish. You know what I'm saying? When their fans are saying these types of things and not being able to talk like actual ball because these women are playing basketball. This is not a reality TV show. So, yes, I love Paige and AZ Fudd. Yes, I followed the Stud Buds when they were at All-Star Weekend. So, yes, of course, I'm still into that. But I'm covering the teams because of basketball, not because of who they're dating or who they're friends with or who they got beef with. You feel me? But anyway, I think I could pretty much wrap up the show on that. I feel like I've been on here for quite some time. I want to get off of here and go eat me some lunch. I can't even remember what all did I do on this show, but I've been on here for a minute. I don't remember, but thank you guys so much. And I agree with you, Tweet Cowboys. He said your opponent matters. Absolutely, your opponent matters for matchup reasons and everything. So I agree with that. I don't know if you were saying that to something, but whatever. But I really appreciate everybody rocking with me on this stream today. Before we get out of here, please like the stream. Please like the stream. Please share. And please subscribe. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. I'm on the road to 700 subscribers. I asked y'all to help me get to 670. Let me see if we met that goal. Let me see if we met that goal. No, y'all, we didn't meet the goal. Y'all gave me 1 subscriber. So that's a boo to y'all. But hey, maybe some people watch it on the playback. Y'all will see this and y'all will subscribe. I really appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Thank y'all for supporting me. Continue to stay out on the lookout for my game recaps. Sometimes I do them pre-recorded. Sometimes I do them live. And hearing about different news on the W, specifically with involving the teams that I cover, which is the Dallas Wings and the Chicago Sky. And if you're in here and you're a Dallas Cowboy follower that's also supporting my WNBA content, I appreciate that so much. You guys, please stay for the outro video because that's where I have all my social media handles. My social medias, unfortunately, are not mirrored across platforms. So please stay for the outro video so that you guys can like I said, so that y'all can see my social media handles to give me a follow. I really appreciate y'all. Love y'all and peace.
In perspective, she has 2 3-pointers tonight. She had made 4 total for the season coming into tonight. Angel Reese, good shoulder shake and spin